Good morning, people. Derek Jones Talks Live. It's time for Mr. Johnson. It's time for Mr. Johnson to come here to get examined this morning. I found out yesterday that it was true. It's not a rumor that LeBron James is indeed trying to push these schools, which literally elevates him over Michael Jordan in my eyes. He wouldn't have to do anything else. You know what I'm saying? And he's better than Jordan socially, not on the basketball court. LeBron, I'm sorry, you don't even compare, nigga. Not even you ain't even a Kobe Bryant type nigga. So I can't even compare you to Mike playing hooping. But we're not talking about sports over here. What we're talking about over here is action in the community. A person who has the fucking means to make a big difference in our community as a people, and is actually taking advantage of that, is actually doing that. Now, before we really get started, I want to say that it's a lot of people going around talking about LeBron James as far as how all the money that he's investing is a tax write-off and he gets it back. So with that being something that people are pushing to try to drag the brother down, I'm going to say this right here to your fucking face, G. The fact that he's doing that, if he's getting every cent that he invests, if he gets that shit back, the fact that he still chose to do it while others could do the same thing without losing money, get that money right back, but they choose to do nothing. They choose to do absolutely nothing remotely close to what he's doing. Yo, that speaks volumes to me, G. And I'm just saying, it just does. So for the naysayers who are trying to drag him, saying that, oh, he getting all that money back from as a tax write-off, that means all these other millionaires should be doing the same thing. They should be taking their money, donating it to our people, literally donating it to our people, because they're going to get it right back. So therefore, you're not even losing anything. You're helping the people out and not even losing a single penny behind it. So why isn't everybody else doing it? Why is it such a big deal? Why is it such a hard thing? Why is it easy for a European to shoot a black man for no reason, a European cop get fired, and within 2 weeks, his people came together and gave that man $500,000, sometimes more, generally more. Like that has to be said. But the reason I chose to do this live stream this morning, guys, man, fucking Umar, man. Umar, you looking like a real sack of shit right now. What up, Mimi? What up, Assassin? Umar Johnson, man, you looking like a real piece of shit right now, man. You looking like a real piece of shit. And I want everybody to realize the difference, yo. I want y'all to see the difference. The difference in taking money and investing that shit in your community versus just saying fuck it and I'm gonna just be a fucking scam artist like the rest of them. I'm gonna just lie, insult. You know what I'm saying? Manipulate to get people to give me money, just basically so I could fund myself. So I could take trips to Japan and China and stay in hotel rooms and put the shit on IG. And then have the nerve and the audacity to try to convince people that I'm being paid to come over here. Who the fuck in China is paying for Umar Johnson to come over there and talk? Let's be real about this shit, y'all. Where was he at? Either Japan or China. Which one was it? When he was in the fucking pool and shit, dipping and dunking in the pool and shit, or in the, excuse me, in the jacuzzi on Instagram. Like, nigga, who the fuck is paying for Umar Johnson? All right, he's been looking like a piece of shit. What's up, CZ? Who's paying Triple C? Who the fuck is paying Umar Johnson to come to China and speak? Ain't no niggas in China putting together no goddamn donation, no money, no nothing to fucking put together a room, plane tickets there and back for this monkey ass nigga. This nigga's full of shit, yo. But this shit with LeBron James and this I promise now, LeBron James has been doing this I promise thing for a long time. And I mean like a long fucking time. Probably the scammer organization. Probably Charles Wu. Boyce's man, Charles Wu, flew him out there. Umar, that's how you got out there, Charles Wu? But anyway, LeBron has been doing this for a long time. And so what it's been right now, up until this point, is he's actually been just producing monies to produce opportunities for our children and brothers and sisters, whoever in our communities, to go to school and further their education and try to make more money and make more of themselves. All right. He's been doing this for a long time. I didn't personally know that LeBron was ultimately planning on making an actual school. I had no idea. I just thought this was something that he decided to do, that him and his wife, because I hear that his wife, Savannah, is also actively engaged in the program. So it's like, I just felt that was two people, a brother and sister who came from poverty, nigga, who was like, yo, we're not going to just get money, the mega money, and not give back to our people in some form or fashion. So they, literally put their time and effort, meaning that they don't hire a bunch of people to do this shit. Well, as far as his wife's concerned, she's actively involved. So then it's not like they just hired a whole bunch of people to run some shit and they don't even know what the fuck is going on with it and whatever. It's just a PR stunt. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not, it really isn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit is really on some genuine shit. And so it goes to show that when you really care, man, you're going to put something behind what you care about. You're going to put some sort of effort. And the fact that Umar Johnson has been running around for over a decade talking about this school, and he couldn't even feel the need to at least, and I'm going to say this and again, and repeat myself so you guys understand that the severity of this, the importance of this, to pay attention to this. He couldn't, at the very least, take some of the money that he had when he had up to $500,000 allegedly. That's the amount that he kept spitting out, which means it was probably way more than that. But anyway, we're just going to go off of what he said. The $500,000, G, you mean you couldn't take a little bit of that and do at the very least what Q Butter does? Like, actually have a look, man, if I gotta turn these 2 rooms in this motherfucking apartment into a goddamn school classroom, then I'm gonna turn these 2 rooms into 2 classrooms. You mean to tell me, and I'm pretty sure, and I ain't counting Q Butter money, but I'm goddamn positive that brother ain't weighs no motherfucking $500,000 and no donations to help with his school. And whatever little monies he got, you could tell the difference because he actually is attempting to do something for real. Exactly. The reason why Umar spends that money as fast as he gets it is because he doesn't give a fuck. The only way that Umar Johnson, yo, was going to ever get a school is if somebody came up to him and gave him a lump sum of money at one time. That's the only way that was going to happen, G. If someone came up to Umar Johnson, because Umar Johnson, in my opinion, this is what Umar Johnson's goal was. In my opinion, Umar Johnson's goal was to get his name out there enough, get enough notoriety, enough, you know what I'm saying, travel time in, so he could say he's been here, he's been there, he's been teaching here, he's been doing that. He's living off the money that he's getting, that he's claiming that he's raising for a school. He's really just living off this bread. So instead, what he's doing, what he's actually doing is, in my opinion, this nigga is hoping that he lands a big check. That was so, in my opinion, this whole shit was 50-50 anyway. Meaning, nigga, you was just doing this shit to get money. And the only way that you were gonna actually put money down to purchase a motherfucking school, the only way you was going to do that shit, dog, the only way is if somebody gave your ass a lump sum of fucking money at one time. And I'm talking like in the millions with an S. With an S. If he didn't get millions, there'll be no school. And the fact that he didn't get millions at one time goes to show you the school will never come to be. So at the very least, he could have had a room somewhere. He could have had an apartment. He could have been renting an apartment, a fucking $1,000 a month apartment with 3 bedrooms in it, 2-3 bedrooms in it. And at least attempted to have some sort of program, educational program going on in that place. You did none of that shit, G. And now you got these brothers and sisters who's actually behind shit and believe in shit and want certain shit to happen and certain shit to be. Yo, these niggas is actually really putting in the work, dog. These niggas is actually really putting in the fucking work, and they're actually producing this shit. Now it's starting to make niggas like you look stupid. That's what's up. That's what's up. That shit is fucking crazy, G. Now I'm off work, assassin. I'm done. I was at work all last night. Shit is over. When I get off this fucking stream, I'm probably gonna go to sleep. Or at least try to. I don't really sleep a lot. I gotta try to take naps here and there. All right, I'm trying to fix my J, y'all. It came loose at the tip. That's why there's a pause. But yeah, man, LeBron actually producing that school. Kudos to him, first off, and his wife, family, and friends, whoever was behind that shit. And the fact that this dude is actually producing this shit, man, it's starting to make these niggas look stupid, yo. It's starting to make these niggas look stupid, man. All these niggas who was running around here for a decade or more talking about the work they doing. That's why the new campaign that we going on against Sarnetta and starting this weekend is, Sarnetta, you keep saying how you do the work and people, and you even said that to a member of the Shame TV Shame TV team. Nigga, you and ran down on you out there in New York. Yo, you still running around talking about people hating on people doing the work. So we're going to have a real focus on that. I'm going to push this page to the max focusing on the actual works that's been done in the communities by these motherfuckers. Because LeBron pushing that school and opening that I Promise school is pretty much showing y'all, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. It's pretty much showing you guys that, yo, you could actually really do something, or you could bullshit people and talk about doing shit forever. And I'm gonna give y'all one piece of knowledge that you could take to the bank, one piece of information that you could count as knowledge and take it to the bank. Umar Johnson will never produce a school. Ever. Never. I don't give a fuck what happens. Someone offered this nigga land. He turned it down. Why would you turn down the land? Now, I want anybody in this chat, man, to tell me if you think I'm wrong. If you're trying to build a school, all right, this is your dream, your goal in life is to produce a school where black kids can come and be educated properly on world events, world history, and especially their history. All right. So you're trying to produce a school. Someone offers you land. All right. Say you've only collected $400,000. We all know that is not enough to start breaking ground and building a school on the land. But one thing we do know for sure is this: if somebody gave you land, a big part and a major part of what you're trying to do has already been secured. I'm going to say that again. A major part of what you've been trying to do has been secured. For you to secure a school or a building, it's not going to be floating, is it? In the in the air, and it's not going to be floating at sea. I'm sure you weren't starting a sea school. So if someone is offering you land, you've just secured a major part of your goal. Now you've got land. Now you have somewhere to start putting this school or building this school. But you turned it down. Why did you turn it down? Because of what I just said. You would have had to start moving forward with actually producing a school. Listen, my nigga. Listen, Umar. If someone gave you land, do you know how much more that would have boosted your cries for more money? If you're going to these lectures that you were doing, you traveling all over asking people for money for this school, telling people to donate to you for this school, and people are actually doing it. All right, they're doing it so much till you secured hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe even $1 million or more. But you've secured this amount of money. Think what you could have secured from people if you come back to these places 5 years later, 3 years later. All right, guys, I'm back here asking for more money, but this is what we have so far. So far, I have raised $700,000. So far, we now actually have a patch of land secured that is in my possession. It is ours now. It's secured for us to try to build a school on. So now we have to get the money to actually build the school. We don't have to get the money to buy the land first and then build the school. That's been secured. Do you know how much that would have fucking helped out your cause, nigga? You stupid, simple ass fuck. It lets you know you stupid for real, nigga. Because like I said, even if you was fucking scamming, G, even if you was fucking scamming, yo, you still would have came out more on your goddamn scams if you had fucking took advantage of what people were giving you. But you didn't want that responsibility. You didn't want that land because you ain't really that dumb. You know, once you get that land, yo, I'm a step closer to actually having to produce this shit. And I really ain't trying to produce this shit like that. Unless somebody give me $20 million, somebody give me $30 million, somebody give me $16 million, then somebody give me $10 million. Okay, then your corny ass would have probably started trying to put together a school. Because you would have had no fucking choice. You would have had no choice but to produce this school. This is what I'm trying to say to you niggas, man. To you this morning, Umar. The time has come, man, for the fuck shit to end, man. The time has come for all the people who presented themselves as something and now they're not that something. The time has come for you to really, truly to be exposed on these fucking platforms. Maybe LeBron. You know what, Darren? Because Umar has been running. He be running his mouth about, you know what, man? Listen, man. If somebody is behind you or interested in pushing your goals, somebody who has the means, the financial means to literally just hand you money and make your dream a reality. Like, yo, I'm not trying to hear nothing about you being with some woman allegedly or getting caught with a woman ruin that. And even if it did ruin it, it goes back into what I just said before. How all these people keep coming out, touting themselves as something, presenting themselves as something, and they're not at all those things. You got people coming out saying that they celibate. Why the fuck would you say that shit, man? Do you know how hard it is to live up to some shit like that, bro? But you said the shit because you knew that shit would have such a shock effect on people that people will want to come to you and see even more what you're talking about and who you are and who you about. That's what you was doing. Everything that these dudes doing is about attention grabbing, man, so that they can extract more money from you. Umar is no different. He knows that no matter where he goes for the rest of his life, yo, he could run around and talk shit about, oh, these ingrate, no good, ungrateful black folks, all the time that I've spent doing this, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, niggas ain't never gonna forget about that school. Niggas ain't never gonna forget that you ran around snatching bread from people for a decade. For a fucking school, dog, and you have never even produced a motherfucking pamphlet on what the curriculum would be, how it would operate, how you expect for your graduates to move out in the world, et cetera, et cetera. You haven't even produced that. And nobody ever said anything. Niggas just let you live. Niggas just let you live, yo. Niggas just let you live, and just because you black, just because you a brother, niggas just let you live and kept on with the keep on and was like, okay, man, as long as this nigga ain't doing nothing weird, playing with nobody, little boys and blah, 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 like he's saying he's saying right things, correct things, you know what I'm saying? Like we supposed to get our own schools and blah, 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 blah. So we'll go with it. But again, man, it always bites us in the ass every time, y'all. Every time we turn around, this is what we deal with. Now you got LeBron, again, mad respect to that nigga for actually producing some shit for real, you know what I'm saying? Along with all the other countless brothers and sisters who, as far as we're talking about schools this morning, produced the school, like had the goal, had the drive, had the want to, the desire to produce educational systems for our people, and they actually doing that shit. You know what I mean? Not the fake ass Pharaoh niggas who always producing some shit, but you don't produce shit. You do all them fucking videos. You keep talking about daycares. We teach these babies daycare. Nigga, why you don't have a little show already set up for the kids that you produce information on, since that's what you said. I don't care if you didn't do it, if you didn't say those things. The fact that how we get on you, nigga, is we take what you say. The fact is you keep saying these things, but nothing ever comes to be, and you keep saying how you're doing these things, and then when we look at it, not only has it not come to be, you're basically lying by saying that you're doing these things because you're not doing these things, because there's no evidence of you doing it. And if you were doing it, there would be plenty of evidence of you doing it. If somebody was trying to hide the fact that they're smoking cigarettes, eventually what? There's anybody who's around them, friends, family, children, you know what I'm saying, whatever parent, they're going to find out. Why? Because it's going to be evidence left that you're doing this something. If you're out here in the gym every day working out, you don't have to tell people, because why? There'll be evidence, visible, actual, tangible evidence of you doing that. Your whole body would be different and changed. So we're about to spend our time, man, here on Shame TV. We're going to start attacking these niggas who claim to be doing the work. We're going to make you stop saying that shit. We're gonna make you stop saying it. Umar, you could say everything you want to say about being in them schools and fighting against these principles. All that shit is wonderful work. And I will not take away your good works, because no bad deed can wash away good works that you did. And nor can your good works wash away the bad ones. See what I mean? So this school shit gonna follow you forever. It's gonna haunt you forever. And I want every other YouTuber who's coming up to learn and recognize, yo, if you're gonna keep it real, be real. Don't come out like a know-it-all, because when you do that shit, you get challenged. Because people who see know-it-alls, and you say you know it all, first off, secretly we're intrigued. We want to meet a know-it-all. We want to meet someone that we can ask you any question and you have a factual, correct answer. Who wouldn't want to know people like that? Who wouldn't want to engage people like that? When you come out and tell people you running a fraud department and you out here to get this person and that person, but these people doing the same shit they've been doing, but you ain't talking about it because you really trying to be friends with them because you think that they make a lot of money, and you really don't give a fuck about none of the shit you was saying. You really just trying to make money off this shit. So it means that when you go in front of people, the same way you were talking about other people being pretenders and actors and all that shit, that is exactly what you are. Umar Johnson is nothing but a fucking thespian, yo. He'll be whatever it takes. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Nobody's gonna tell me who I'm related to. Nobody's gonna tell me who I'm related to. And for one little example I could give you guys of nobody telling me who I'm related to. It was and I will say her name. I can't remember her first name, but her last name was Guest. 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 And her name, she was Miss Guest. She was my 11th grade government teacher. And when I told her, like, certain family members and people who I was related to, this chick actually had the nerve and the audacity, you know what I'm saying, to say, no, you're not. You know, you're not, like, laughing, like, in a smirky way. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so it actually took Like I actually got put out of the class that day because I was really pissed because I was like, yo, how the fuck? Like I didn't cuss, but I'm like, how the fuck you gonna tell me who the fuck my ancestors are, who the fuck I'm related to? You know what I'm saying? When I go to family reunions, nigga, and I was sitting around because I wasn't going to the family reunions because I wanted to. Like I was made to go to some of them shits. And I'm sitting around realizing why I'm standing on Bogues Beach because I'm related to the Bogues. And they're going over the history of when our family bought the beach and all that shit like that, the ownership, and they bought it back basically from when white people try to trick them out of it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I could go on with other family members, but I ain't him, and I ain't doing that shit, and I ain't coming on YouTube just like I don't come on YouTube and like other stupid motherfuckers and parade around my handicapped son. Like, why would I do that? My son has special needs. Why would I parade him all around YouTube? You see what I'm saying? Like, these are the fucking clowns. Ooh, this is the type of people Umar Johnson and these people are. They'll be and say whatever they think will get attention, and you're like he'll say whatever. Now, once he gets checked that he ain't related to these people, instead of like, yo, I don't know what the fuck you niggas talking about. You ain't gonna tell me who I'm related to. I don't care because you hold the last name. That don't mean I'm not related to them. That don't mean they're not related. Just because somebody was born out of wedlock, nigga, this ain't Game of Thrones. Ain't no snows and sands and shit, nigga. Fuck out of here. So if you related, you related. So why are you letting these people shut you down, Umar? Makes no sense to me, yo. Makes no fucking sense. How are you letting this shit happen? You're looking real bad right now, man. Derrick Jones Talks Live, man. We got more work to do, man, on this stupid ass Sonetta front too. Like I said, yo, we're gonna start looking for the works. I'm gonna do a live stream, and I'm gonna promise to stay live for an hour or more, waiting for responses. You are invited, Sonetta, or everybody's invited to the live stream, and you can display the work she was doing. And you're not gonna come here and ask me what are the works I'm doing, because I don't come on YouTube and talk about me boots on the ground and all the work I'm doing in the community, this, that, and the third, even the things that I actually do. I was never up here talking about that shit and touting myself as this activist in the streets doing this, that, and the third. So since that's what y'all are, and that's what you niggas keep claiming you are, we gonna fucking see. That's all. We gonna see. Derrick Jones Talks Live. Good morning, y'all. Y'all have a good one.